Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance of Pizza. I'm tracking the major winter storm coming in tonight and tomorrow, but first, a shout out to our sponsor. I want to thank Bracket Property Services. They provide the highest quality snow and ice removal in Greater Portland for all needs from commercial to residential. Call 207-619-DIRT. Yes, and the forecast is going to be getting very active tonight into the day on Sunday. So that's when the storm's going to be coming through. So I'll be tracking that now and really breaking it down for you. But first, we're going to throw a pizza in the oven, find out where that mystery pizza is going to end up after we get done with the forecast. That's coming up right now. Here is a look at the forecast, and this is a loop of what the radar is going to look like, an idea of that for tonight into the day on Sunday. So we'll start off as a heavy thump of snow, southern Maine first, moving up the mid-coast into down east and northern Maine. That snow, especially by Sunday morning into midday. And then we're going to have some mixing go on here. So the mixing is going to change that snow and ice over to sleet and freezing rain, and also just plain old rain for a portion of the coastline too. Take a look at that now here. 6 o'clock Sunday. This is just a snapshot of what the storm's going to look like at that time. Snowing heavily in Rangeley and Rumford, up in Caribou, and there's some mixing going on around Bangor. The computer model here is struggling with that changeover. So I want to show you, here's my snow forecast. A lot of snow up in the North Woods, the Allagash, especially the Boundary Plateau, 18 to 30 inches there. Higher elevations, Katahdin region, 12 to 18, and 8 to 12 western mountains with a 4 to 8 stripe for the coastline and inland. Where we're going to have that mixing, you'll get closer to 4 the more mixing that happens, and closer to 8 with less mixing. As far as the ice goes, so this is the freezing rain, the ice that's going to not necessarily accumulate, but really this is more about, it's kind of like layers of paint. It's called accretion. It's going to stick to things like power lines and tree branches. So you have to watch out very, very carefully here. I'm concerned about power outages, York County, Cumberland County, heading all the way up mid-coast, Casco Bay. That's where I have that quarter to half inch stripe of ice, and that's going to be a problem there. So trying to pinpoint down that where that ice is going to be, that's the biggest challenge with this forecast into tonight and tomorrow. It's heavy snow for the overnight, significant ice, especially in southern Maine, heading up the mid-coast. The snow is going to linger north, and then we're going to have power outages with that ice beginning to, once again, it's kind of like layers of paint. It's going to just kind of cling and add to those layers, adds the weight on the branches and also on the power line. So it's becoming cloudy today. Temperatures holding mid-20s, light wind. Then the wind's going to shift out of the east and eventually northeast. You see that here. That's for Sunday. That's where the cold air is going to get locked in at ground level. That's why I expect freezing rain and also some sleet. So heavy snow, a wintry mix, and some rain along the coastline. Temperature 13 in the mountains, 19 inland, and the coast be flirting with that freezing mark. For the Mariners on your Saturday, not that bumpy. It's really tomorrow where that gale warning is going to go up, gusting to 35 knots along the mid-coast, seas going up. Here's an explainer about the accretion versus accumulation. So accretion is freezing rain. So that's like ice, like adding up in layers of paint. So you're painting a house, right? And it just put layer after layer. It accretes. Okay, accumulation is sleet. So a sleet is going to add up. It's going to bounce. It's not going to stick. It's very dangerous, though, for driving and walking on sleet. Ice, obviously, freezing rain, too. But really, the ice pellets are going to cause slick driving and walking situation. The freezing rain is going to cause power outages because, once again, that paint or ice starts to accrete. It starts to add up to weight on branches and on lines. So the mountains 10-day forecast, Storm Tracker, I've got it up all the way into early Tuesday. This is the northern mountains, especially the western mountains. It'll be shutting off a lot sooner. But the northern mountains get the worst of the storm, so it's going to last the longest there. And then we dry out. I only have an opportunity for snow late Thursday into Friday for the mountains for a storm that's going to be very close to being a nor'easter to our south. We'll see. Inland, it's a Storm Tracker mode up, snow and a wintry mix, and we'll see how much rain mixes in, but I really expect the rain is going to be mostly along the coastline, so it's a snow and ice combination, And then for the holiday on Monday, 19 degrees with a low of 8. It gets very windy and very cold Monday and Tuesday with a piece of the polar vortex coming to town. For the coastline, it is the whole mixed bag. It's heavy snow, a heavy sleet, freezing rain, everything. But the coastline does clear out the fastest and will be over for sure for President's Day. And then an opportunity for snow on Thursday. So you see that forecast here. Now, I want to show you a little preview about the forecast for this week coming up. So the difference in the track of the storm for Thursday is going to be just a few miles. So if you can see this here, what I've done is I've got a look at where is that cyclone location going to be for this storm, okay? So just basically what it comes down to is where is it going to be? Where is that L going to be? And that is the big deciding factor for the storm coming up later this week is where is that low going to be? Anywhere, you notice the last computer models here, it can change by just 50 miles or 100 miles, and you're going to have a very big difference in where that storm is going to be. So I have to watch this obviously very closely. We could have a nor'easter, but we also could just completely, miss out. So watch it very, very closely for you here. So let's take a look now at the pizza, mystery pizza. Get it out of the oven. And this one is a special one. This one is from the Westbrook House of Pizza, also Cumberland House of Pizza. This one is called, if I remember correctly, this is a cowboy pizza. Okay, and it's got onion rings, and I believe steak and barbecue sauce, and there's some greens on there too to get your health kick in. But I didn't think I would like this pizza, and it was actually incredible. It was great. And totally against what I was brought up on, classic pizza, but I loved it, and I love the Westbrook House of Pizza, and I loved everything there. So it was a great time. Great time. Thank you for watching Jason Nappy Weather and NappyCast. I'll have updates here, cloudy with a chance of pizza on the storm all day on social media. I thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.